Most of the time what is happening is jobs are not getting created. Jobs are just getting created in Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, Delhi, NCR, Bombay, this, that and all. It's just not getting created everywhere. And it can happen. The IT industry has already seen it. The Tier 2, Tier 3 industries, IT facilities are doing better than Tier 1. Bhubaneswar and Jaipur is doing better for IT compared to Bangalore. So talent is there everywhere. India is unique. Our talent is not only in the rural or urban. Somehow economically we have made the metros to grow, but talent is actually equally good everywhere. So that's why India is a blessed country. We have huge talent even in rural areas. We are not able to utilize them. Next is the growing urgency to address the country's wealth gap has spurred rigorous effort from social economy, from a government of India to social investors to an array of social purpose organizations. And this is happening. It is already happening. And wherever it has happened, it has grown. See organizations like TERI. They give light to people in rural areas. See what kind of programs they are able to implement. See ESL, what they are doing. They are giving you vehicles on the road which when you are driving, you see the ESL vehicle is there. It is a government agency, but they are giving good service. Things are happening. We have to believe in it, and good things which are happening, we have to participate in and make it better. Social giving moves from traditional grant making towards a broader set of financial tools to include debt, equity, alongside human and intellectual capital. The social investing ecosystem because a strong market infrastructure to support country. This is a big change. Earlier people used to think, I have some CSR money, I'll just give it to somebody and he'll give me a utilization certificate, my job is done. Today people want to understand where the money is being spent, what impact it has, how the money is getting utilized. So they are trying to get more involved rather than it's a burden for them just to spend some money and just give it to somebody and get a utilization certificate, and mostly it goes to friends and relatives or some known people, and you generally do not measure the impact and you relax while measuring the impact because you're just doing the compliance for sake of the government, it gets done. So the quality goes down, the outcomes are very average. We need to improve that, and people are showing that attitude today towards these things, so which is positive for us. Livelihood sector has evolved from subsidies to enterprise ecosystem approach, which is also a good thing. These are opportunities for funding sustainable livelihood entrepreneurship. Today there are actually opportunities. It is for us to establish what is good and take it up. Strategic shift of giving from social grant to impact investment. Now CSR industry is talking, what is an impact investment? They are willing to put the money if you can prove the impact. So we got to work more seriously towards the projects with better ideas to prove the better impact, then we get money very easily. Skilling, capacity development, service delivery models receive primary attention as of today. It's not tomorrow, but we can probably change it, but this itself is not bad. There itself there are a lot of innovation feasible. Integrated solutions are preferred areas of investment. Rapid small organizational development and innovations are finding ways to investors' agenda. Market-based models and innovations are again attracting some investments. For CSR Foundation, sustainability depends on capacity of community collectives and institutions. This is one point which is to be correctly understood. Every time I cannot say I will make you a Superman. Sometimes the community around you has to accept you as a Superman, then you can be a Superman. So it's sometimes a group and community developments are taking shape. Many SHG activities have happened, they're fairly successful. Collective efforts are sometimes more successful than individual efforts. Individual efforts are brilliant, you have to prove against all odds. Collectively you average out and you start doing better. If the society feels collectively you are doing, like farmer producers organizations, wheat federation cooperatives and things are happening like that, they start getting value, they start getting importance and they have collective acceptance. The Indian impact of investing scene is dominated by mainstream investors. These are the potential to result mission drift as the commercial investors set ambitious targets for financial returns. This will happen, but the scenario is pretty interesting. This is a big report I will share with all of you. These are very important points which I explained. In the end, the recommendations are very simple. The report is very big for you to realize what all is happening, why it is happening, how it can happen, so many things, They have elaborated pretty well in the report, you guys can read. And in the end, the recommendations are fairly simple. It says you should have a good program design, you should have a perfect capacity and capability development program, and you should have an innovative financing, and you should have a partnership or collaboration to succeed. You cannot succeed individually. If these 4 things are done, everything is fine. This is the story about that report. Now I come back to the topic, which is very simple, and it's all understood by you guys. Today, if you look at the vocational training, because skilling is considered part of a vocational training. If skilling is done not with the purpose of what we are talking today, livelihood or anything, skilling is called a competition to formal training as a vocational training. It's not a education, it's a vocation. So government has treated this as a vocational training extension program. And vocational training is going on in ITIs in some places, some diploma is happening, something is happening, some VWork program is happening, government is doing a lot. A lot is happening by itself. And somehow SSCs have come up and started doing vocational training. So these ITI people, they are mostly getting employed. Good ITIs get good jobs. They have waiting list. The ITIs people are in demand. The industry is growing. The manufacturing base is slowly growing. Because the manufacturing base was not good, ITIs were not doing good. Now as the manufacturing base is growing, ITI people are in demand. But they need some tech upgradation. That is none of our topics. But they are looking privately for jobs and getting jobs. So 80-90% ITI people are getting good employment. And whatever program, like you are part of MSD, MRD and other ministry programs, SSC does, few other programs I know, all these programs have a scheme guidelines. What does the scheme guidelines say? 70% employment. So where do we run for? We run for 70% employment. By this way, that way, any way, it doesn't matter, because half the time we are not meeting that 70% employment so comfortably. I think the best is about 50% or 40% in some sectors, and some sectors are around 50 or 40 type. So if you are not able to meet that 70% target comfortably, that means we are running, our dreams are unfulfilled. We are not finding the job, but they are meant for jobs, and they have been measured with the scale of jobs only. People will tell you your scheme is not good because you are not achieving 70% jobs. So your focus is only on the jobs. CSR support is everything fine, but it normally gives a grant to establish infrastructure. If you see 80% of the CSR spend we have analyzed, it goes for visible assets, like the hospital, one ambulance car will be given, one ICU room I will fund, because I can see it, you know. As a corporate I am putting money, I can see wherever I can see it, I will put it. Whatever I cannot see, I will not put money. I feel unsafe. So that is called as CSR activities. It's not actually developing human potential or capabilities to do things. Now, at the end, what I'm saying, as the job is shrinking because of technology, jobs are only shrinking because of technology intervention. It's very simple to understand, and it's very correct also. And they will continue to shrink because technology is advancing very, very fast. There is an urgent need to address a new opportunity through entrepreneurship ideas. So there are more opportunities now for manufacturing or services to be outsourced to smaller group or companies or enterprises or collective activities where this can all go. Because people think getting a contract employee, getting a competent person on roll for a few hours or on demand is much better than having him with me all the time. It's a cost too. The work can be paid, but employee cannot be taken as a cost. So these changes are coming in the marketplace. We have to get adjusted to all this. The need for skilling is very important in this context, and there are agendas now. Skilling for a job or skilling for a KP-based training, for getting him a fixed assignment in a slotted job role inside an industry environment is different. Here we are just talking about skilling for a purpose, to get somebody capable to do something good in life and earn life. Our mission is, objective in the end objective is these 3 points. Either he should be self-employed or form a micro-enterprise to earn his livelihood independently, without dependency on a job. Then self-help group, he can be part of a self-help group or part of a small business enterprise which is serving a small area in some capacity. Then community-based manufacturing and services. This is whoever has experimented, all the projects are successful. And if you can catch into some of them and we'll share some ideas with you, we can easily scale up the successful models into different geographies. That has unfortunately not happened. Few things have happened in some states, it's remaining there. It has just not picked up by another state and gone everywhere. So in our program through this, we have taken a decision. If there is so much merit in what we are talking and so much right in what we are saying, and we believe you guys will cooperate and will do good work, We don't want to get mixed up into government fundings or grant and things like that. We want to go through a paid program. We will assure a livelihood for somebody. By proper programming and committing ourselves, we can make programs successful to attract CSR or any other funding down the line, as we are sure about what you are doing has the right impact for the candidates and for the society. These are already you have explained in your MOU and everything, so I don't think I should repeat. Most of you guys have signed the MOU, so you will know these things. And there is a whole afternoon session, and I am also going to give 30 minutes, 20 minutes before lunch. I have some discussion points which I have done for SSCs. And I will give you open 15-20 minutes to ask a lot of questions, because this is what we are discussing is not a normal routine activity for you guys. So you can have a lot of questions. We'll take those questions. So I'm not repeating this right now. This is understandable.